Guys, Bitcoin is right about to have a massive move, and there's something happening on the charts right now which a lot of cryptocurrency investors are not paying attention to. But this is going to leave a lot of crypto investors crying in disbelief. Guys, today I want to go through everything. I need to go through what you need to be prepared for, the stuff that the mainstream media are not talking about. I'm going to go through the reason why we've been pumping recently. Of course, I've been talking about BUSD getting sold into Bitcoin, pumping the Bitcoin price, but there is actually something else here happening as well, which I need to talk about, because this is also one narrative that could prolong the rally we're seeing right now. I'm gonna go through the massive things happening this week, which you need to be prepared for. So, as you heard, guys, a lot of very important stuff to talk about. So make sure to watch it from the beginning until the end. It's all very relevant and key information. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Chris, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day, teaching you how to make money in this market. If you are new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. Okay, let's get straight into it, guys. On the 4-hourly time frame, what do we have? Well, we have continuation. Since my video yesterday, we were talking about the squeezing in between the edge of the orange box, the top of the orange box here, and this key level of resistance, okay? So we are still consolidating in this area. This is a very, very small area. This is actually between 24,500 and 24,890. So very small area of consolidation here on the 4-hourly time frame. And does this look like it wants to go higher or lower? Well, to be honest, guys, as I've been saying, this looks like it wants to go higher. And if we can clear this area, guys, then I am expecting a rather ferocious pump up to first 26,388. And are we able to, we're gonna have some drama here, but are we able to clear this? I'm expecting us to go up to 28,530. And at this point, I do think we're gonna see significant resistance. So at this point, I would probably take a stab at a short, like small little short here, making profit on the pullback, and then on the retest, we will take it from there. But first things first, we still have to see if we're able to break through this key level here at 24,860. This is a key level, so we're keeping an eye on that. But do we have some clues as to what may happen here? Well, there's two things I want to talk about. The first thing I want to talk about is this. So on the daily time frame, you can see that we very clearly have this trend line right here, okay? We've been hitting it multiple times on the daily time frame all throughout, since January 2023. And okay, if we zoom out here, I think, and you already know about this, I've been talking about it for many times, I think that this was the bottom. I do not think that we're gonna go lower than this wick right here, or this wick right here, okay? So I think that this general area was actually the bottom for Bitcoin. So right here. So if we go back in history, can we see some similarities with this bottoming structure, having this consolidation at the bottom, having wicks down, and then having a big pump and having this trend line looking like this? Well, if we go back in history, this was actually pointed out by Rover, my friend, but if you go back in history to the bear market of 2019, you can see a similar pattern. You see the consolidation at the bottom, okay? You see a pump. You see this pump right here, very ferocious pump to the upside. You see this trend line right here, okay? You see this trend line, and then finally, once we break that trend line, we do see significant pump from, at this point, it was like 5,900 up to $9,000. So it's almost, what is that, like 75% gain in just a few weeks here. So this is something to pay attention to. This is looking actually pretty similar to what you're seeing right now. Pay attention to what you saw right here, a bottoming structure, trend line, and then breakout of the trend line. And if we go to where we are at right now, bottoming structure, trend line, and can we break this to the upside? Are we going to see similar kind of gains? We will see about that, guys, but this is on the daily time frame. So a lot of people are, they're very cautious right now, or they're very bullish. But Nonetheless, we do have this going for us, but there's something else on the horizon, and this is something I've been talking about previously, and I'm of course talking about the weekly def cross. And if you've been watching my videos, you know how I've been saying that the def cross in general, when you want to pay attention to it, is when you are trading into the def cross. Okay? So the def cross you have right here on the weekly time frame is the 50-week moving average crossing the 200-week moving average from the upside through it to the downside. And just like I said, when you have trading into it, that typically is when you want to pay attention. It could lead into some downside and a rejection, a heavy rejection of this level. So this is why I'm still cautious, because now everything is looking like textbook def cross here. And looking at the golden cross, so the opposite of def cross on the daily time frame, you can see that we had the golden cross right here on the daily time frame. We saw a dump after that, and then we saw immediately after a massive pump for Bitcoin, of course, from 21,300 up to 25,200. So this was the golden cross for Bitcoin. But the question is the def cross now going to spoil the party for Bitcoin? We have never in Bitcoin's history seen a def cross on the weekly time frame happen, but it has happened. And we have textbook structure here with us trading into that pattern. Another thing I want to pay attention to is the 200-week moving average itself, this green line. You can see it acted as support right here, acted as support right here, acted as resistance right here, resistance and support. In fact, resistance first and then support. And right now we are trying to break through it. So putting the def cross aside, even the 200-week moving average is extremely significant for Bitcoin. So these are the kind of things you want to watch on the chart right now. You want to watch this fractal. Can we break through it? Have similar price action as you saw in the bear market of 2019? Is the def cross going to ruin the party? These are on slightly different time frames. You do have the daily time frame right here, and you have the weekly time frame on the one with the def cross. So remember the golden cross actually. So I don't want to complicate this too much, but I'm just going to say, at the point of the golden cross for Bitcoin, we did see a dump and then we saw a significant pump. So could it be the case that we're gonna see a similar thing with the def cross right here on the weekly time frame, to have the price action go against the pattern, meaning go up, just for us to then start to roll over just like you did with the golden cross? We went down with the golden cross and then we started to go up. So maybe with the def cross, we go up and then we start to go down. So as you know, I'm prepared for volatility, guys. I'm expecting volatility. So we are, of course, prepared for every scenario. These are the things I'm watching. I will keep you updated as usual. The traditional markets, they are closed today, but this is also, of course, something we need to be on the lookout for. They are closed tomorrow also, extended US holiday. But on Tuesday, we're going to see the effect of whatever happens with the traditional markets. Now, there are other things to pay attention to, guys, which I want to go over. Just a quick reminder first, if you want to trade and you want to claim the best deposit bonuses out there, make sure to claim up to $30,000 over on Bybit, up to $50,000 on OKX, BitGet 8,400. So make sure to take advantage of these offers. Now, let's talk about this. So BUSD, as you know, this has been going down, the supply of BUSD. I am making the, thesis that some of these funds were actually, a lot of BUSD were traded for Bitcoin and then redeemed here. So you can see that the redemptions have basically sloped out here. You're not seeing a bunch of BUSD being redeemed here recently, but it could also be that it's a holiday. Of course, they're most likely not going to have massive amount of redemptions during the weekend. So we're keeping an eye on this on Monday. Maybe you're going to see this start to fall again, meaning whales redeeming BUSD for real dollars. Now, something else I want to talk about as well. Well, the first thing is, speaking of BUSD, the CSO of Binance says that, okay, so they don't have a partner for BUSD anymore, but they have significant interest from European banks and banks from the Middle East to start supplying them with banking services. So, yeah. I'm hoping that they could get a banking partner as soon as possible. And other than that, we also have China starting to print money again. This is something that I was not super aware of, but it seems like China are actually ramping up their money printer. Their money printer is going burr. So This is the chart. You can see in February, they printed a lot of money. Could this also be affecting the stock market, the crypto space and so on? Of course, it has some kind of effect on it. So I will keep an eye on this to see if they continue to print money here, guys. Something we need to be on the lookout for. Other than that, on Wednesday, you have the FOMC minutes meeting. So that's going to be extremely important to watch what they say, the rhetoric they're using and so on. And also you do have, where is it? Yeah, the inflation rate from Canada coming on Tuesday. So we will see. Did the inflation go down? Did the inflation go up? We will see about that, guys. So key things happening this week, guys. We're keeping an eye on all of these charts. We're keeping an eye on what's going on with BUSD, China, and so on. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.